Oh yeah, my name is Cecil Oppermann from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
A Cheesehead.
And this is your first piece you ever made?
This is my first piece here, built out of what was leftover walking sticks that didn't go away. I cut them up and made a log cabin.
That's really cool.
Which got me into miniature buildings out of cedar.
Look at this. And this is all cedar shingles? Is that what
everything is all cedar. The shingles are actual cedar shake shingles cut down to make cedar shake shingles. Now say that 10 times.
Right?
But all of those little miniatures I picked up in a resale shop back in Wisconsin. I wasn't sure on the size, and I thought for the price, give me 10 of them, and it worked out almost perfect. All of this roof is made to come off.
Oh, so you can see inside.
All of the goodies came from a couple from New York that had stopped out 2 years ago. She had passed away, and he didn't care about her miniatures, but he didn't want to throw them out. So he brought them out here and brought me a box full of hundreds of miniatures, and I'll use what I can.
That is awesome.
So I started with decorating the interiors a little bit.
Oh, it's so cool. We're from Massachusetts, so we're not far from New York.
Oh,
so it's pretty cool.
This particular building's got almost 1,000 pieces of wood cut.
1,000 pieces?
Almost.
Oh.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my gosh. Have you built a home, by the way? Do you have a home that you built?
I used to build homes.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure you have one.
But, well, I'm down to a nice log cottage in the woods.
Log cottage. See, that's what I meant. I knew you had to have something like that.
This one is my. This one didn't get done yet. No shingles on the roof because they run out of material. But
they go.
Calling it the wagon wheel because it's where they repair the wagons.
I love it.
Schoolhouse, hard to see, but there's a big chalkboard on the back. I didn't get much other detail in there before the roof was on.
No way, see if we can get that or not.
Water tower.
Really cool.
Water tower. This water tower, it's all lined with. Those are actual cedar shake shingles, 100-year-old shingles, where I cut down to 1-inch strips and wrap my tower. And the tower actually holds water. In case I have some birds that want to come by.
Oh, that is so cool. And I love your little tree.
I do. All the gravel, all the odds and ends picked up right out here in the marsh, or right out here in the wash.
Very neat.
Yep, my dead trees and all the gravel.
And then this is your forge, obviously.
The forge, yeah.
I love the way you have a little paper that looks like fire.
That is a little chunk of root system that my neighbor called. She says, you know what, if you cut this off and paint it up, she says it'll look like flames. And it's like, you know what, that's perfect. It's like just another piece of wood out of the wash.
Oh, that is so cool. And look at the saloon. You can't go anywhere without a saloon.
This one, yeah, this is my long branch.
Long branch.
You know, I'm a gun smoking.
Gun smoke.
So this has got the swivel doors.
Oh,
has the roof. Hard to see inside, but there's a back bar. There's a mirror on the back bar with bottles and things.
Are you tall enough to reach your hand over there? And
I think I may be able to.
I love the little chandelier.
I don't know.
Look at that.
I don't know if you can see what. I don't know what you're seeing here, but there's the inside.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then if you look through the windows, you got the plates and the cups and.
It is so cool.
And the barrels. The barrels are Hobby Lobby.
Oh no, you found them? They look like they belong.
Yeah, I know it. Well, I added a little heat to them and burned them.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which gave them the color.
And then look at this little tree, little stump.
Yeah.
It's nothing but a stump, but it just looks perfect.
It's just
perfect.
This is my ghost town. It's got to be
it.
dead trees. This one here, Gunsmoke. Doc Adams was always upstairs.
And he always was upstairs.
Yeah, and he's got a furnished apartment also.
Oh, sure. Look at it. The little bottles up on top.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and people, you know, people that keep repeating, they start bringing little knickknacks and stuff, and it's yeah, that back bar's done in red cedar.
So cool.
Red cedar and barwood.
Look at that. Beautiful. It is. And look at the now. When you do these, so you have a piece that sticks out over here against the flush piece. That's so cool looking.
That's a lot of work.
I know.
That's over
amazing.
700 pieces of wood on that particular building also.
Jeez.
But
700
this particular balcony, it took me 3 tries at it before I got the one I wanted.
Because of shape, right?
Well, the first one, when I finished it off, it looked like a fence. And all the work I did on the building, I can't leave that up there. It just does nothing. So I took that apart and I did it a second time, and it's like, well, it wasn't much better. But then when I started putting this on, I knew that was.
Well, just look at the turns here. I mean, the way you've got it all, you know, it's all differently.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's just amazing cutting on the south of the mine.
I did home improvement for 45 years.
So this is simple for you?
Yeah, and I've always enjoyed woodworking, but working with cedar, I was doing remodeling in my motorhome with some cedar, which brought all this. If it wasn't for my motorhome, I probably wouldn't have done this, because I couldn't throw the scrap away.
Right? Oh my gosh, that is absolutely adorable.
So yeah, Doc Adams.
Look at the windmill. You are amazing. All right, now what's this big? It looks like a headboard back here.
Sign-in board.
Oh, everybody gets to sign
I
it.
thought of that this year when I first got here. I was going to get it all ready to have people sign.
Oh.
And I only had 3 buildings set up, and people had already stopped. Oh, you're back. So I missed like 10 people right up, my first couple days here. So I sanded it all down, put polyurethane on it, and now everybody that comes to visit, if they enjoy the tour,
How can they not enjoy the tour?
If they don't enjoy it, then they don't have to sign it. But so far, everybody signed it.
Oh, so we got the haircut first. I want to go back to this one.
The haircut and the bath. I got to get a few more bathtubs so I can put. I want to put 3 bathtubs in there because that side roof will also come off.
So
with the little barber pole, another New York special.
She must have had a beautiful little setup, huh?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine.
And now this is the barn.
This was actually the first building I made, the barn.
This is your first one.
It got pretty special because I had that wood I was trimming off so I could have squared edges on my cabinets. But I couldn't throw that away because I just love them chop marks in there. And I found out what them chop marks are from. It's from when the big round saw was cutting them. One tooth was knocked out of balance. So when it come around, so that wood's probably what, 125, 150 years old, but it all come out of an old barn.
That is awesome.
But that tooth marks are just, so that's my favorite.
The piggy wagon.
Interior is completely lined in cedar. Hayloft on the left side, stanchions on the right.
Very cool. I love it. And the windmill, of course.
The windmill.
We all need a windmill.
Had to have a windmill, especially when I ran out of material for shingles. So I threw that together. I had a piece of barnwood. That was about a 3-day project.
3 days.
Yeah.
All right, so how long did it take you to do this one?
That being my first one, that one took me about 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot quicker at them because, it's just like anything else. Once you've done it enough, but they've all, you got to have the right piece of the wood for each project. It just seems like this is what it's got to be.
It's crawling out to you, right?
It does. My bank.
Look at your bank.
Down in the lower right corner, a piece of 4x4 called out to me and said, "Make me a safe." So I painted it black and lined it with white paint and made it look like a safe.
So cool. You are amazing. And look at you got a little army guy out here. He's watching over, making
army
sure.
Guy hanging onto his cannon.
Making sure he's taking care of everything.
That was donations. It was like, yeah, I can put them out there.
And of course, who wouldn't need a little gazing ball, right? Is that what those are called?
I'm not sure, but that was another.
Oh, in a church. We all love to have a church.
You got to have a church. This particular church has the stadiums has an open roof.
It is so cool. I mean, and they're all differently the way you do it. Like, you don't do everything like this is just straight.
No,
where that one over there had the other pieces.
I tried to change every one a little bit, and
that's awesome.
And then I tried to up the game a little bit. This particular one, the wood grain was so intense. Then I took a torch and just touched it and it brought that wood grain out so beautiful. And like, oh my gosh!
That's amazing.
My favorite part of it all is when I start to put the finish on it. It changes that wood. It just like, oh my God, it's just beautiful.
That's amazing.
Cedar's just got gold. It just shines.
And the colors, it just could be so different. You think that this is cedar as well as that cedar?
These are all the same cedar shake shingles. It's just
you would never know.
That one has a teak wood finish, Australian timber oil teak wood.
Whoa.
And this is just natural.
Gorgeous. Of course. And look at
And the hat?
the hat.
Came from New York.
And you got the rifles out there.
Yep, those a lady from Colorado was camped next to me for a few days from the RTR, and she came over and checked it out, and a few days later she showed up at my door with some guns. You know, absolutely. Brings me to my my lighthouse.
Oh man.
Which is
blue heron.
For two of my best friends left living back in Wisconsin. They had bought in a business on the water that had been sat empty for 8 to 10 years, so it was run down. So they were in the process of remodeling everything, and they were doing a fabulous job. Well, I just happened to be there the day they're tearing their deck off, and there's a beautiful flower trellis underneath it. You know, it's been hanging in the sun for 40, 50 years, just as weathered as can be. And these guys are tearing it down, throwing it in the dumpster, and it's like, I got an idea. When my buddy that owns it left, I went dumpster diving and pulled his wood out, and I made him this. They don't know I made it, but this front is their flower trellis. That's what's left of their flower trellis, and all of these brick were from the spindles in their handrails. I cut the spindles in half and then cut them into pieces to make it look like brick.
It does.
How does it do?
It's incredible.
And you know what? I got 1,300 bricks on this.
And did you paint that? Did you paint that, or was this that natural color?
Yeah, then I painted it all black, and then I took a real firm roller and did white to make it look like the brick, and then I sponged it.
Oh, so cool.
3 different color sponges. Now the bottom being, it's exactly the same sponging. The same colors were used at the same time. The only difference is the bricks on the bottom were black to start with, and the bricks on the top were white. But that's the same sponging, so.
Now, how long did it take you to make this one?
This one took me 5 weeks and 8 and 10 hours a day. Now there's
labor of love for sure.
There's table and chairs up here with lanterns on the tables. There's a toolbox in there. A couple of brooms and brushes, anything you need to clean a light bulb, I guess. But that's all glued in place, so if it ever comes loose, then it's just floaters. But this is all sealed up, glued and screwed. If anything comes loose, it's just like
amazing.
The light comes on at
it does come on?
It works great. The light didn't get here till I had this done, and oh my God, I hope it's a nice light. It's like, oh man. And Amazon come through, and that thing comes on at dusk, and it stays running for 14 hours till it gets light out.
So is it solar?
And it spins. Yep. Solar, and it spins for 14 hours.
So cool.
So yeah, they don't know they got it. I told them I was going to build them something, but they didn't see me take their scrap wood.
Oh, they didn't even see you take it?
No.
Oh, you snuck over and got it without them noticing?
I just told them that I was going to build them something. And that's what it is.
I love it. And this is your workshop over here?
That's my workshop. I got one more going here. This is I just was cutting holes for the windows of my...
General store?
It is. Yep.
How did I guess?
The Mercantile.
Look at that.
So...
Look at that.
Eventually there'll be posts up here, rails around it with one set of steps probably.
And those will be your windows?
Those will be windows and a door.
Cool.
They'll still have to put some windows over here. It's just, you know, once you get started, I just keep going. It's just, there's no end.
Look how he makes all the magic.
I mean, there's no, this particular deck here is white. This is white cedar. It's just beautiful.
It is beautiful.
My neighbor from Idaho donated it the other day. He was going to burn it First he was going to make steps out of it, and then he decided he was just going to burn it. And then
You're like, no!
He brought it over to me, and you know what? He was going to make steps out of it, so I'm going to do it. The whole front is. I may even trim this whole building out with his white cedar because that's such a pretty wood.
And now look at this. So this one you made it look like almost like bricks.
Yeah, No, that's
amazing.
That's barnwood. Now you can see the vertical cut here.
Yeah.
That's done with an old bandsaw.
You did that yourself?
No.
Okay, that was
but
done.
this is the face of a full size 1x10. That back in the day when they were still doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's just, and you make them all look so different.
You gotta try to do a little bit different every one.
Very cool. So look at all the little tools he's got hanging around.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. So you got everything you need right here at your hands.
Yep.
Now so you take all this down and put it in your trailer to travel?
Yeah.
Now is this only what you do only while you're here, or do you do this?
This is all just here.
So when you go home, you don't work on this?
Not at all.
You just leave it in the trailer until next year when you come back?
As a matter of fact, this year I may even leave the trailer out here in Arizona instead of dragging it because I don't do anything with it. And to haul it 2,100 miles, it's like, it's a little messy, but look at all the mess.
Who cares? You made your own stairs to get in. I love it.
I did everything.
Wow, look at
everything.
this is all beautiful.
I tore that all apart. Them are black walnut pads.
Oh my gosh, look at this place.
So what happened here to get this thing started is my dash fell off because I thought I could hang that big TV and it was only made for like a 18-inch. Well, the dash broke and fell off, so that started things 6 years ago. I started with a cedar and black walnut dash.
God, that's gorgeous.
With a barnwood instrument cluster.
That is amazing.
And then, of course, the whole headliner is all done with barnwood.
Look at that.
Now these, from like my barn, here's all of them cuts again from that old wood, and that's what I just loved that. So this was all an oak. This was all an oak before, but
it's amazing.
You know what? Everybody can have an oak.
But
it just started from one thing to the next. Got the cedar shingles, got red cedar, valances, barnwood.
It's just incredible.
This is one of my favorites, just with all of the different. It just turned out so beautiful.
You are a master craftsman.
And then this is where I ran out of my shingles.
Oh, okay. So that's what you're gonna finish up.
So that's why they don't have any roof, and I don't have any. It's finished down here. My grandbabies got my Halloween ornaments.
Make sure I get a good picture of those.
Like, yeah.
Very cool.
I haven't seen.
And those two as well?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm just going to leave them out there till you make me some new ones.
And look at those. That's quite the shelf.
Yeah.
It's perfect for vegetables.
Saguaro cactus.
Oh, is that what that is?
Sure. I had a basket hanging here, but that's swing and stuff.
Too much.
So I made it out of Saguaro, and that's my fruits and vegetables.
That is very cool. And look at your table.
That's a piece of barnwood. Cost me $20 to get the wood. And
Jenny, have you seen it here?
It took me a few days to figure it out and get it done, but
look at it, and there's more grandbaby treasures.
Yeah, they're precious.
Oh, and you even got your own little spice rack.
Yep, set of twins. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is very cool.
Now I can actually get a garbage can. I just lost my puppy.
Oh,
16
I'm so
and a half
sorry.
years.
Oh.
He had a stroke Christmas morning, and it was all downhill.
Oh,
but I always had to hang my garbage because no matter what,
he would get into it.
That little sucker, little min pin.
A little mini pin?
Yeah, but 16 and a half years I've been hanging garbage up here for
forever.
And it's like, now I got to think about getting a garbage can.
Not a bad spot for it though.
But here's my little. Here's his final doghouse I made for him. Yeah.
What's it say on it? Dallas.
Dallas,
his name.
yeah.
Oh.
That's his collar. He wore it for 16 and a half years.
And you made it right into
Never wore it out.
You made it right into the roof.
Yep. Never wore it out. So
look at the shape of it.
Put some wings on it. It's like that's as close as he's gonna get to that little Red Baron Snoopy guy. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Fits on my shelf.
And look, he's got little gems next to him. Why is that not picking that up? There it is.
Got a friend I met from Nevada. She's an artist. She's been doing me some paintings. It must be pretty special to her because I don't know why I don't know why I'm getting the paintings, but
now this is another. So is that a?
Yes, that's another
right?
cactus. It's like they had them in town. It's like, man, I bought like 4 of them for $125.
Very cool.
Because this one, I want to actually carve out the middle and put a light.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
So it's like, man, that is gonna be too cool.
Look at these little shelves. I mean,
that's a 3D printed skeleton from the neighbor.
Oh nice.
I did some wood things for her. She does that wire jewelry.
Okay.
So I made her some of them frames and some push tools and stuff. So he brought me over a 3D head he made.
Very cool.
It's like,
and you don't want to mess with you with the knives.
no.
You got the knives all ready in case anybody
and
decides to come visiting.
My son come home from work that one day. He says, "Hey, Dad, you got a bullet here that didn't fire. You on it?" He's in the military. 16 years in.
Right.
That's a 60 caliber he was out shooting that day, and right now he's in Bulgaria for 9 months.
Oh wow. Long way from home.
Yeah.
Got to say your prayers every day, right?
Yeah. So when I was remodeling the sides of our chairs here, I misplaced Dallas one evening. It's like, oh my God, it's dark. Oh, where the heck is he? He has 3 beds, and I couldn't find him. It's like I'm panicking. And then all of a sudden I get my flashlight out, and there was no end on there at all. He just crawled underneath and was sleeping back there. I think because of the heat from the refrigerator.
Yeah. No.
So when I made that end, I made it big enough for a doghouse. I took the drawers out of it, and I was like, you know what? If he likes it back to. And after I cut that hole in there and put blankets and stuff in there, he spent 90% of his time in there.
Oh my gosh.
Is that your son?
That is my son.
Nice.
And who made this? This is beautiful.
My cousin made that for me. Yeah.
Very cool.
That's him. That screen in front of him is the view ahead of his. He's a combat engineer, so they go out and look for roadside bombs.
So is he in a tank?
Well, it's kind of like a tank. Yeah, it's a big vehicle that's shaped in a wedge. So if they do hit, the explosion goes away. But
oh wow!
But yeah, they got a big arm that goes out in front and big hook that grabs stuff that looks suspicious, and then they got the big tumblers out front with chains to blow stuff up. And
lot to worry about there, right?
Yeah, I'm glad. Well, when he gets home this time from Bulgaria, his last 3.5 years, he should be able to say stateside. So.
Can I peek inside the trailer?
Absolutely. Step on in, watch your step a little.
This smells like wood.
It's a mess.
It smells like wood. I bet you know where everything is.
I do.
It's amazing. We do that in my husband's stuff.
This is what's left of my wood for the.
That's it?
Year. That's all plain down barn wood. This stuff is. See, instead of carrying it like an inch thick, I don't use it that thick anyway.
You cut it down.
All the weight. So I planed it all down, but I kept the best side for the finish, for whatever I'm going to use it for.
So how many buildings do you think you can make out of the rest of this stuff?
Out of the rest of these?
Yeah.
Well, because they're lined inside and out, I got a lot of wood there. I could probably do another 8 buildings.
Another 8 buildings, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't have enough plywood for that. I only got a half a sheet here and a quarter sheet there.
That's what addiction does.
Right?
Yeah.
It's amazing though.
Now here's the cedar that my neighbor brought over. It's like, oh my God, it's like, it doesn't look like much to anybody else, but
to you it's gold to you, right?
You wait till you see the front of the mercantile, because I'm going to finish it with this piece.
That's gorgeous.
Some nice white pine or white cedar.
I can't wait to come back and see it finished. Now I noticed this piece over here. Is this a building that's in the middle of being started?
Oh, that one there. No, yeah, this is started. This is This is the start.
Oh, the sawmill.
This is the start of my sawmill.
Oh,
Yes.
very cool.
So that
Oh,
goes
look
in
at that.
here. And oh, there's a piece missing. Must have fell. Oh, here. So this is for your, back in the day. Put
You
your
push
wood
that-
on the
yeah.
cart, run it through the
Oh my
blade.
gosh.
So
Look at that.
yeah,
That is so cool.
that's the start of the sawmill.
Now, I thought it was not being going because of the shape. So you got a
Well,
whole
that's
different
just
shape
something.
going on
That's
here.
just something that happened. Yeah. Can't explain it because I don't know exactly. Like,
It's going to be cool though when it's done.
yeah, you know what? And who says it couldn't have happened?
Right?
It happened in my ghost town.
What are you making over here?
Well, these are some scraps I haven't done anything with yet, but
Well, that says welcome, so it looks
yeah.
like you're going to start something.
well, I was gonna make that into a welcome sign, but
Look at that. It's gorgeous. Look at that
the
wood.
the letters are a little close. I think I'm gonna sand it down and stretch them out a little, but I gotta watch out because then you start losing your.
Oh, I think it looks
grain.
awesome the way it is. No, anybody, you make that for anybody, they'd love it. Look at that. That's gorgeous.
So, and that's
Now that's the barnwood, right? Once again,
no. This is some milk cut pine.
that's pine board. Oh,
Some
look at
some pine.
that. Wow.
What got me started with this, like the RV, is I bought a bunch of mill cut lumber from an older couple. They had been milling for 25 years. He passed away. She was left with piles of wood in their sheds, and she wasn't doing it by herself. So I bought just trailer loads of wood from her, and this is some of the nice stuff that I kept because it's got the live edge, and
It's gorgeous.
it'll be something someday. But I was thinking of a welcome sign on
That's
there.
amazing.
And then there's a drill press. There's a planer in there. There's a chop saw.
Jeez.
There's a few other sanders. The air compressor. Oh yeah.
You even got a great little canopy over the top of you, so that's nice that you're not
That worked
getting out in the
great.
sun.
I tell you, even when it was 108 degrees when I first got here in October, with this up here, I was out here actually messing around all day long.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's like, yeah, it was warm, but you got probably 20 degrees difference.
Oh.
108 in the sun to 88.